Hey everyone! So today's tutorial is going to be about hamstrings. That's what went out on the poll, and I'm going to show you a simple stretch, but I'm going to give you a really hot tip to help take it up a notch and to get those hamstrings feeling more open and less tight after, I'm sure, sitting around feeding baby a lot, or if you are still pregnant, trying to get some relaxation and me time in, but also it might be a lot of sitting, so you might be getting a little bit sore in your hamstrings, or you might not even realize it, but hamstrings get really tight. It's a very common thing. All right, so all you're going to need, depending on your flexibility, is something to put your hands on. So for me, I have a yoga block, or I'm showing with a bin that's full of toys of one of my kids. Something that elevates the floor to you. This is another one of those poses where the ego really comes into play. We kind of tend to think the stretch is better if our hands are on the floor, but that's not necessarily true. You have to go by your flexibility, and there's a point in the stretch where you start to lose the stretch and start to bend into your back, or like round into your back, to try to touch the floor because you think that's a better pose. But it's not. I promise you, if you are tighter and you can't reach the floor without rounding your back, bringing the floor closer to you by using a prop like a yoga block or a stack of books or a little end table or a bin like I have here, will help you so much more than trying to touch the floor. All right, so you're going to start by being in, this is called pyramid pose. So I'm going to show you with my right foot forward. So your right foot is forward and your left foot is a 45 degree. From here, you're going to square your hips forward. So both hip points are pointing forward. It's not one of those ones where your hips are angling off to the side. So you're squaring your hips forward, and it's coming back to that pelvic tilt. So you're going to tilt. You're going to bring your hands onto your prop to start. So from here, it's really easy to just kind of hang out into the pose, right? But we want to level it up and make sure we're getting the best stretch possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to think of putting about 60% of your weight into your front foot, and you're going to try to tilt your pelvis so that your tailbone is facing up towards the sky, just like your cow pose. And that's going to allow you to have a long spine. I'm going to show you what you don't want to happen. You might, if you're hanging out here and you're not doing those things I was saying with that a little bit of extra muscular engagement, you might be like, oh, well, I could touch the floor. So then if you go to do that, you might end up doing one of these. So as soon as you start to round into your back, you end up having more of your cat spine, if you think of your cat and cow poses. When you have your cat spine, your tailbone begins to face down towards the floor. What you want is your cow spine. So thinking of your tailbone facing up towards the sky. If you can't do that with your hands down on the floor, that's why you will have your props. And you want to keep thinking of that 60% of your weight in your front foot and your tailbone facing up towards the sky. And that is going to level up your hamstring stretch. And you'll feel it a lot more here, as opposed to if your hips are open off to the side and you're rounding into your back. Like this might look like the pose that you maybe are used to doing, but once again, 60% of your weight forward, hips squared forward, tailbone up towards the sky, and the pose will be so much more effective for creating more open hamstrings for you. So that is the tutorial for today. I hope that makes sense for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. If you want to be in on deciding what these tutorials are about, feel free to join my Mommy Yoga Facebook group. The link is in my bio. And if not, I hope this really helps you, and you can look out for the next one. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.